Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a review on Little Women of Atlanta, Season 5, Episode 7. The title is Collaborate, Not Hate. Okay, it starts out where it left off last week with them in a meeting with the street exec and not agreeing because of silly Emily saying that she's better than everybody else and she don't want to help anybody get further in their career and she don't want to do a collaboration with them. She don't want to do the little LP album and everything else. And she's being very rude and disrespectful to everyone. Okay. So GC and Issa, they finally leave out of the meeting because they're not getting anywhere. Everybody's arguing and bickering with Emily because she's being an ass. So they finally leave out and tell them to figure it out, to work it out. So then when GC and Issa leaves out, Emily is going back and forth with Bria, and Bria is, she's basically saying, she's not even saying anything bad. She's just saying, I just want to do this without the beef. I just don't want, I don't want her mouth. I just want to do what we need to do. And Emily, she gets up and leaves out with, and Bria just follows right after her. And that was the end of that little meeting right there. And of course, Juicy starts making excuses for Emily. She's saying, yeah, I know Emily's a little aggressive, but that's the way you have to be to make it in this business. Really? Come on. So Minnie basically tells Juicy, you need to talk to your artists so that they get on board with this LP album. So the next scene is Minnie meets up with Bria at a vegan restaurant. And of course, Minnie's not happy about that. I wouldn't be happy about that either. I don't want to eat no vegan food. I want to eat some real food. Sorry, vegan people out there. And they discuss what happened at the meeting. And Bria says she got anger problems and she wanted to punch Emily in the face, but she couldn't do it since Emily's pregnant. Bria says she'll do the LP album if Emily acts right. And she's working on her mixtape. And she tells Minnie that she wants to get Bump Man on her tape. And Minnie agrees. Minnie thinks that's a good idea for Bria to work with Bump Man. So the next scene is Emily and Bria. They're looking at Emily's ultrasound photos to try to figure out if Emily's baby is going to be a little person or a regular person. But they can't tell by the pictures. So Bria tells Emily that she thinks the LP album is a good idea. And that would make everyone have followers. Emily says she doesn't want to work with Bria because she will be giving Bria followers. She'll be helping Bria's career along. And she don't want to just do that for Bria. I don't know why she has a problem with Bria. I've never ever heard them have an argument or anything. So I don't know why all of a sudden she hates Bria. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason the producers told her to say is the reason she doesn't want to do this LP album, because she doesn't have any beef with Bria. She has beef with the twins, but she's not mentioning the twins at all. She just does not want to work with Bria. I think she's afraid of Bria because Bria is, her rapping is great. It's wonderful. And the Cheeks, their rapping is horrid. I shouldn't say horrid, but it's not as good as Bria's. That's just it. Bria's rapping is good. And the twins, I don't know, they're like bubblegum rappers. Bubblegum rappers, that's cute. I made a joke. Yeah, their rapping is like, it's not, I don't know, it's just not good. It's just not good. Anyway, Bria is trying to convince Emily to do this LP tape. She says at the end of, Emily's saying she's going to help other people. If she does the LP album, she's helping other people, Bria, get more followers and get ahead. And she doesn't want to do that for Bria. And Bria is telling Emily that at the end of it all, they all will benefit from it. And Emily said no, she don't want to give Bria a free ride. And that's what they just keep saying, back and forth, back and forth. So next scene is Amanda and Jordan goes over to Andrea's house to work on the invitations for their double wedding. Jordan asks Andrea, where's Chris? And Andrea says he's busy. He's out looking for a job or looking for work. That doesn't even sound like she was telling the truth, because at first she goes, he's busy. Why would you say he's busy? Just say he's job hunting. First she says he's busy, then she goes, he's out looking for work. Anywho. Juicy meets up with Bumpman. He tells her that Bria reached out to him and wants him to do a song with him. And Juicy she's not feeling that at all. She doesn't like that idea at all. And I think Juicy is still mad at Bria for firing her. She is not feeling Bria at all. She's telling him that she'll mess up his brand. And he says, at the end of the day, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I can still be on her, help her out, but I'm still going to do what I do. And he's right. How is she going to mess up his brand? I don't get that. Juicy's salty because Bria fired her. That's what I think anyway. So Juicy tells Bumpman that Bria is a loose cannon and she has half the talent that he has. So what? Why can't he be on her? They were supposed to be working together on an LP album anyway, so why can't they work on a song together? That doesn't make sense, Juicy. She is pissed because Bria fired her. She can't get over that. Oh well. Alright, Minnie goes to see Moni Love at Moni Love's office. And Moni she's in this hideous wig. It's curly, hideous wig. It's ugly. It's long, it's curly, and it looks crazy in the front. It's hideous. And she actually asked Minnie about her date with Odell. I think that was his name, Odell. And they discussed the topics that they're going to talk about on the podcast. Minnie tells Moni Love about having the gastric sleeve surgery. And I think that's another setup scene by the producers. It just seemed fake to me. Anyway, Minnie gets emotional about talking about her health. And Moni Love thinks it's a good topic for her to talk about on the podcast. Next scene is Juicy meets up with the Cheeks at a restaurant. And they discuss the meeting at the street exec. Emily says she has a problem with Bria. And she says Bria is a negative person. If that's not the pot calling the kettle black, then I don't know what is. Emily says Bria is a negative person. Wow. Juicy tells him that the LP is a good idea, and Bria agrees with it. Yeah, Bria says she loves the idea. And Juicy says, since Emily doesn't want to work with Bria, she says, how about, okay, Bria will do her own music, and then the Cheeks can work with the twins. And Bree's like, I keep calling her Bria. Bree says, that's a great idea. And Emily's like, no. She said, I'm not doing it. Forget it. I'm not doing it. That's what she says. That's the bottom line for her. She ain't doing it. That's it. Amanda and Andrea, they take a step stool to the mailbox to mail their invitations for their double wedding. And Amanda asks Andrea, are you sure you want to marry Chris? And she was like, yeah, I'm sure. But in her interview, she's like, in her confessional, what did she say? She said she don't think it's the right time for them. I guess she don't think it's the right time for them to get married, but yeah, that's what she said in her confessional. But she told her sister, yeah, I'm sure. So they stuck the invitations in the mailbox. They were so cute. Their makeup looks so good. Their eyebrows look good. I wonder if they do their own makeup, or if a makeup artist does their hair for their makeup for them, because their makeup looks so good. They need to send Emily to their makeup person. So mean. Anyway, Bria goes to the studio to work with Bumpman on the song. Bumpman tells Bria that he likes her aggressiveness. I don't know if he's flirting with her or if he's just, talking business. I don't know. He kind of seemed to me like he was flirting with her. They seem to make a good couple, I guess. I don't know. They seem to vibe well together. She's a little nervous at first, but she got it together and she got her little track done. So that worked out for them. They seem happy with the track. Moni Love and Minnie are doing the podcast. Moni Love is encouraging Minnie to talk about her date with Odell. And basically Minnie says the date was awesome. And Moni Love asked Minnie if she'd go out with Odell again. And she's give that choice to the audience. She wants the audience to email, text, phone in, or whatever, and let her know what they think, if she should go on a date again. Of course they're going to say yes, because nothing bad went wrong. Nothing went bad, so of course they're going to say yes. Why would they say no, don't go out with him again? Unless somebody knows him personally, knows some stuff about him. But why would they say no? If she said she had an awesome date, why would they say no, you know? Minnie also talks about her congested heart failure. And Moni asked, asked her in more detail about what congested heart failure was. I learned something from Minnie in this episode. I learned that congested heart failure is fluid around the heart or the lungs. Fluid around the heart. And the signs and symptoms for that is Minnie thought she had the flu or a cold, and she was taking cold medicine and flu medicine. And then I guess she waited a year and realized, hey, this is not the flu or the cold, and went to the doctor, and then they told her she had congested heart failure. So I didn't know what that was until now. So yeah, it's good to know. So I guess that was a good topic to talk about on the podcast. But she still labeled the podcast Women in Hip Hop. Why? Just, I don't know, health information. I don't know. Women in Hip Hop. Yeah, I don't know what Women in Hip Hop. She always says her topics are, I don't know, women in hip hop. That had nothing to do with women in hip hop. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, Minnie and Juicy are at the street exec office. They are in the waiting room, waiting for one of the exec to come and talk to them about, what their decision is, or what they've decided on the project. So Minnie and Juicy, Minnie asked Juicy, she said, "Have you talked to your artist?" And Juicy was like, "Yeah, I've talked to my artist." And Juicy was like to Minnie, "Have you talked to your artist?" And Minnie was like, "Yeah, I've talked to my artist." They're going back and forth, and then they're disagreeing, and they're bickering, and in walked E. Sutton. He hears them bickering. I don't know what Miss Juicy's problem is. I don't know why she's bickering back and forth with Minnie, because Miss Juicy knows that it's her crazy artist Emily that does not want to work with Bria. She's the one that's stopping everything. She's the one that's shutting everything down. So, what's she arguing back and forth for? I don't understand it. So E. Suggs walks in and he says hello to them. He takes them upstairs to a conference room, and he wants to know what's going on with the project. And they basically told him that they can't get the artists to agree to work on this project together. And he's annoyed with them. He's like, "You could have texted me this, You could have told me this over a text. You didn't have to come all the way down here to tell me this." And then he basically said, what did he say? Minnie says, "We talked to them until we're blue in the face." And he said, "Okay, there's no more talking till we're blue in the face." He says, "No, nobody's going on tour." He says, "Nobody's going on tour until they figure this out." So he didn't actually say, no, the project was over with. Last episode, I saw the preview, and I thought that's what he said, that the project was over with. But he said, nobody's going on tour until you guys figure this out. And then he walks out. And then Minnie says to Juicy, "What the hell are we going to do?" And that was it. So that was it for this episode. And I'm going to say the same thing I said in the last episode. If Emily doesn't want to do the LP album, then they should go ahead and do it without her, because she can't go on tour anyway. She is pregnant. So I don't see what the issue is. Why the producer is making this an issue when it's really not an issue. She can't go on tour. The LP album is to see how well they do with the public, to decide who will go on tour. And she can't go on tour anyway, and she's the only one that doesn't want to do the album. So why do they need her? Stupid. It's just the dumbest thing ever. Anyway, I will be back next week with a review again on Little Women of Atlanta. Thank you for watching. Princess on a Pillow here. Bye.